Paul, what's your emotion straight after that game?
I've just been asked that a few times, and there's an obvious kind of frustration, a little bit disappointed we couldn't see the game out and get the victory. But to come here and play how we did, certainly first half, and then second half still thought we defended well. I think if you look at how many saves Jake's actually had to make, yes, they had some pressure, they pushed us back at times, but still thought we carried like more of a threat than what Bradford had in the first half, really. Thought we were very, very good in that first half. We just perhaps needed another goal because that was an excellent performance, and maybe I'm biased because it's my team as such, but I haven't seen too many League Two games where a team's been as dominant as that.
Yeah, and I think the best thing as well, Paul, was the noise at half time, and that's the best compliment I think that could be paid to your side. It was the Bradford fans' reaction to that first half, because you completely dominated. Yeah,
we spoke about trying to quieten the crowd, easier said than done. In the second half, I think they played their part in giving the players a lift, but there was clearly some discontent there, because when you play at such a good stadium and with that amount of fans in, they're going to let you know. And he said it can be difficult for away teams, but it can also be difficult for home team. And today, certainly in that first half, it felt that way. But I don't know whether they'll be happy to have gone away with that result or not. I guess that's for them to see. But for us, like I say, a lot of good things still. And I think I'm pretty fair, and if I'm not happy, I'll let you know. But a lot of it, I kind of think we're looking at a decent team.
Good goal as well, scored in just at the end of that first half from Danny Rose, and it was a good move over there with Arthur and a good cross from Toby, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great ball in. We worked the ball into an area. Ironically, for all the passing and what we want to try and do, probably Danny's ball out there was from a little deeper than we would like, but Arthur had a fantastic touch, and then you got some real quality in the box, and that's what Danny will thrive on. I think he would probably like a few more crosses in there, which I understand, but we've got to put it in for the right areas. That's what we speak about, and today we got the rewards from, like I said, a lot of good play where I think we penned them back, and kind of seemed to at least a lot of kind of waves of attacks, which again was pleasing, because we had something similar against Gillingham where we had a lot of control in the game.
And in the second half came a bit of an onslaught from Bradford, which I think was always going to happen. And was it almost inevitable that they would score at some point, and we're kind of hanging on a little bit?
No, I didn't feel like we were hanging on. Obviously, there's just human nature that when they're having attacks and you think something might happen, but I think if you could be a neutral and watch, you'd be like, yeah, they're doing well. They have got the territory, but again, are they working Jake? And I think the answer was no. We defended corners again as well, which again is obviously pleasing from my point of view. So no, I don't think it was inevitable, but you're always hoping that you get that second goal to, I think as we got to that stage, certainly you would think kill the game off.
Fitness must have played an issue today as well. It's stifling heat, which is quite rare for this time in September as well.
Yeah, I think it's difficult for both sets of players. We can't just have it for our lads, but it was hard. But I liked his work without the ball for the majority of it. I only made a couple of changes, but still felt that was the right thing to do. But no, there'll be some tired legs certainly. They'll certainly need some water on board to rehydrate.
Did you have your heart in your mouth when the Bradford lad went down in the area and the referee put his whistle to his mouth? Because I thought he might have buckled to the crowd a little bit.
There were some decisions second half that, like a small period where it felt like there was maybe a bit of influence happening. That one, I guess I would have been extremely unhappy is a polite way to put it. Had it been given, it was blatantly obvious it wasn't a penalty, but I'd just say you're never 100% certain, albeit I thought it was that blatant that certainly hoped it would go that way.